All right, Miles. Venables and Oklahoma Sooner football, specifically recruiting, continues its strong offseason. We got a great report about a fresh commitment for the 2024 class. I think this is a great sign for Oklahoma as they're building momentum as they prepare to transfer in the SEC in just 2 short years.
Yeah, Nick, I think this was big news for the Oklahoma football team, especially for Venables. He maybe can work his magic with this guy. But, Nick, we're talking about Venables. We're talking about him being a head coach now, but how was he found? He was found because he was one of the top defensive minds Clemson had to offer, a really great assistant coach there. And that's why I want to ask Oklahoma fans in the comment section below, who's your favorite assistant coach in Oklahoma history? There's a lot of really great answers out there, but I want to know who has been your favorite assistant coach in Oklahoma history in the comment section below. But Nick, let's get on into it. Who is this guy that is going to really help turn around Oklahoma?
Miles, let's get right into it. I agree with you. Fill out the report. This is from Hayes Fawcett, the great Hayes Fawcett from On3 Sports. Breaks all kinds of phenomenal recruiting news. Credit to him. Good follow on Twitter for anyone with a Twitter account out there. But from Mr. Fawcett, the class of 2024 defensive lineman Jaden Jackson of Bradenton, Florida, IMG Academy, the great IMG Academy, announced his commitment to Oklahoma Thursday afternoon. The 6'2", 290-pounder chose the Sooners over Ohio State, Texas, and Miami. He also tabs in as the number 47 defensive lineman and the number 68 player in the state of Florida. Florida obviously has literally hundreds and thousands of top recruits, so it's actually a pretty high ranking for a quality player. The Sunshine State defensive lineman joins coach Brent Venables in the Sooners' top 20 class in the 2024 team rankings. He is accompanied by four-star wide receiver Zion Kearney, four-star tight end Devon Mitchell, and others. All right, Miles, here's why I think this is a big-time recruit. And there's a lot of reasons to like this kid in terms of what he's going to bring on the field. But I want to focus on what Venables has done with this program because we talked about him getting Mitchell from the West Coast, right? The four-star recruit, the tight end, I believe, from Los Alamitos, California. We did a report about Oklahoma Sooners getting him to commit about a week ago. Here, they get a guy from Florida, from Tampa, essentially. That's where IMG Academy is, to commit. That, to me, is just another indicator of Oklahoma continuing to be a national powerhouse in the recruiting game. Again, we talked about it in our last video. Was there a little concern about if they were going to maintain that national recruiting now that Lincoln Riley had left? Obviously, under Stoops, they did it for a long time. Could Venables replace it? We talked about getting Mitchell from California to commit is a great sign in that direction. I think we can put all concerns down to bed completely to get a quality defensive line prospect who played his high school ball in essentially Tampa, on the beach, on the Gulf in Florida, and he wants to go to Oklahoma, to Norman. I think that's a great sign that Venables and company are continuing to build this program in terms of having a solid recruiting pipeline, not just locally, not just in the state of Oklahoma, not just in Texas, not just in the Southwest, but nationally. And if they can maintain that, Miles, and I think they will return to the college football playoff in short order, because that is the key to becoming good to great, is becoming a national recruiting player. I think that's what we're seeing on Oklahoma. Miles, I'll throw it over to you now. What do you think of this commitment and just everything going on with the Sooners right now?
Yeah, Nick, I like this commitment because it is another win for Oklahoma football. They keep stacking wins. We talk about the tight end from California they got. We talk about this guy. We talk about the four-star receiver, Ivan Carrion, who they flipped from Texas Tech. That was a big win as well. They just keep stacking these wins and moving forward, getting Oklahoma back to the place it needed to be. And one other thing about this guy, Nick, is he was down in Florida, probably getting courted by Billy Napier and co every single day. And we've seen recently, Billy Napier in Florida can recruit. They can get guys in the door and they can keep them. They got a ton of big-time commitments this offseason already, and they are really just getting started down there. So it is a big-time win for Oklahoma to steal this guy, like as you said, from the East Coast, but especially from the likes of Florida, from the likes of Miami down there as well, who got they got a really big-time recruit just the other day as well, five-star receiver. From the likes of Ohio State and Texas, Nick. These are all big-time programs, but Brent Venables coming out from Oklahoma, who had, I would say, a disappointing season last year. I expected a lot more out of them. They come in and they're still able to get these guys because they have a plan going forward. And in his first year, what do you expect? No one turns a program around from bottom to top in 1 year. But I think he has a plan going forward, and this is just one part of that plan, showing that he can recruit and get the best players in the nation, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
And Miles, I could not agree more with your assessment in terms of how he's able to outcompete a lot of those local teams and other national programs. Because if you go through Jackson's timeline in terms of official visits, listen to this. So his first official visit, Florida Gators in Gainesville. Billy Napier, great recruiter. Ohio State, what's his next one? Obviously, great recruiter. Miami, it's the U, right? Traditional powerhouse. Then was his official visit to Oklahoma, and then he went to Texas. So literally, Oklahoma was like in the worst place to have your visit, right in the middle. You either want to be the first word or the last word. And Oklahoma, just how it worked out, fit right into the middle of the schedule. It didn't matter. Venables and company found a way to get it done. I think the fact they're able to outcompete local programs and national programs for top flying talent is continuing to build momentum for this program. You brought up the fact they're bringing in a lot of great recruits. We talked about the kid from California, a lot of great guys coming into the program. I think momentum is building. I love what you said. They're stacking wins because once you start building that momentum in a recruiting game, it's hard to stop it. And this Oklahoma team, if they can rebuild the talent like they're doing, they're going to be dangerous for years to come.